Jacqueline, welcome.
Oh, thank you. I haven't put my cans on.
Yeah, check your
Let's
cans
see.
on if you want. I use them just in case it feeds back.
Oh, don't want that to happen.
Welcome to my pod.
Thank you.
We
Thank
talk
you.
about whatever you want. So
I know. There's
last
so
time we had a
much.
really good discussion at the Burgie. We were talking about anxiety and all this weird shit and all this darkness. But I said to you in conclusion, I think it's a good thing because every time I feel really sad and that everything, like I'm feeling so much pressure, I usually kind of create something, like a new joke comes a few weeks later or something like that. So I think it's a good thing. You can't be, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, no. Do you remember the advice you gave me though? Because I thought it was really interesting.
What did I say?
You said, take some mushrooms and go for a walk and forgive yourself.
Yeah.
And when you said that, I almost just started tearing up. I'm fairly emotional and fragile as it is, but I'm like, I do need to forgive myself, but I don't know how because everyone's like, give yourself a break, but no one's saying like when and for how long.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't want to be too kind to myself because then I wouldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
I'm so unmonitored. My issue is single, live by myself. I work freelance, so I have a whole day free, and it's too much time.
And you think by having too much time, your mind just races and you go over issues and points and blah, 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 and it compounds.
Well, it's just like I have things to do, but I could do them now, or I could do them tomorrow, or I could do them in 2 weeks' time. Like it's very hard to sort of prioritize things, but I work very well to deadlines. But I'm like, oh, I should get that thing, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. Like it just doesn't. I need to fill my life with more shit. I mean, good things, not shit. But I don't know. I went to Chemist Warehouse. That was a day.
Is that what you did today?
Yep. Went to Sarakas, got some groceries.
Oh, in Northcote.
Yeah.
That's very good, that place.
So cheap.
You sound like my mum. She takes the bus to go there from Coburg because she reckons it's the cheapest place.
It is.
Yeah.
And I reckon it's good quality.
Very good.
But just I think having a fridge full of veggies helps.
Yeah. What do you get from there? Because I forgot you're a wog as well. So do you buy woggy food like oils and fish and?
No, I just I go to the veggie place and just get all that stuff, and I get chicken or fish. I don't really go into the canned area because even though I say half, but I'm 3/4 Maltese. I have 3 Maltese grandparents, and I have the one fucking Anglo. And because of her, I've got shitty skin. And it's so annoying. So I try and all these elimination diets because histamines will set me off. And you're like, oh, what about salicylates? You don't even have to know what that is. It's like a plant chemical, kind of like salicylic acid, and which is in most things. And then I wasn't eating that. And then I just was really anxious about food. And then I was just having just kale, and then went insane. Dropped 5 kilos, and I'm already quite small. So people are like, you look great. I'm like, fucking miserable.
What happens to your skin? Does it just?
It's rosacea, so it's like basically a chronic inflammatory skin disorder.
Yeah.
And it's flares up when I'm stressed.
Right.
So don't be stressed. All right, mate. And it's like an overactive innate immune system. So it's kind of like an autoimmune disease, but it's something that'll it can't be cured, but it can be managed. And little things like I have to always wear sunscreen, hats and stuff. Things will irritate it. It might be food as well. It might be this, and it's exhausting. And everyone's like, it's not that bad. And I'm like, it changes all the time, and it bothers me because it's actually really hot and sore. So it's.
It sucks because you're 3/4 wog, and you'd think you could sit around on a Maltese beach, like I did for one whole summer, and just go brown.
But I can. But then when I'm in a moment of flare up, which is like this, I have to hide from the sun in general.
Right. Okay. Is it a food that triggers you, or did doctors actually confirm it's a stress?
Doctors don't confirm anything, and
They
then
haven't got a clue.
This is where it makes me, because remember it's stress is definitely my trigger, but whilst you've got it, you're inflamed. So foods are going to set you off too, but because it's already stressed, because you're like your immune system's really fucked. And so then I went to this functional medicine woo-woo man, $600 for the first month, $400 for every month after that. Every test he wanted to do was also about $400. And guess what? It always took about 3 or 4 weeks that you would have to pay for the next month. And you know what that made me do? Stress. So stressed.
Back to the fucking mystery.
And he didn't know what was going on. That's the thing. He was just like, this is good for general health. This is good for stress. And I'm like, I've got an autoimmune disease, you fuck. So they went back to the dermatologist where she doesn't even believe in gut health. You know what I mean? So it's like you're getting different ends of the spectrum where just take the this medication, and the other end is just like, if you're not drinking filtered water, you're a fuckwit.
Yeah, right. I've heard that. I've got no idea. Should I be drinking filtered water?
I don't know, but then you just go insane.
Because I've lived in other places around the world and their water's horrific. Our water's pretty good, I've heard.
I've heard it's really good too, but people are like, if you're not eating organic, you may as well just be eating dirt. It's like, what? And then I'm just had so much anxiety over food that I was like retreating from social stuff and I wasn't going out. And that made me more stressed. It was just, it's a bit shit.
I find stress to be fascinating because it's something that you bring into your body, into your system, which is intangible, that you you give it value.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I find that's why I said to you that day, I really do genuinely take mushrooms once or twice a year only. And it has this ability to just take that stress and somehow I can bin it. I really can genuinely bin it. And I feel so much free afterwards, incredibly light, because I realize this base level that it doesn't matter. It really just doesn't matter. Not so far as a nihilistic approach, right?
Yeah.
But it genuinely doesn't matter what happens because we're all going to go, right?
I can't wait.
Does-
Fuck, see ya. Can't wait. Jump in the ocean.
It sounds so fucking dark. And then I also add in a teaspoon of perspective, which helps me as well.
Sugar.
Yeah. So perspective helps me heaps. Like, it could be a lot worse. Like, for example, I say things to myself, you could still be in the open mic circuit not getting paid at all for your craft. So, yeah, because I stress about stand-up. I don't know what you stress about. I stress about...
Everything.
Everything. You are a wog. I love it.
Oh, mate. I have the worst mental health, I reckon. Especially the men. But yeah, so what are your stresses? Because that has a part of it as well.
Yeah. My stress, I think, it's I need to write faster. I need to create more. And I have this, I'm working on it right now as I speak. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't really put out a lot of shows because I suffer deep anxiety before a show. And I bin it through the years, so I won't go through with it. But now I'm forcing myself to do a pod and do all this shit to either publish or perish. And when I take mushrooms, it helps me realize it doesn't matter, man. No one's gonna give a shit at the end of the day. They really won't. Some people may call you a fucking idiot, but fuck them. Really, it just doesn't matter.
Oh, absolutely.
And I can really get to this place where I actually absorb and appreciate and value. It doesn't fucking matter. And mushrooms helps me get to that level, and I just let it all go, man. And it's just easy. And I end it by taking a walk.
Love a walk.
I take a few photos of the graffiti in Brunswick, which I did last mushroom session. And I saw that you're a photographer as well.
I do a
you
little.
fucked around with it.
I fucked it.
You fucked it. So that's what I do. But
no, but
have you gone through other approaches to beat stress rather than that $600 man?
Well, that wasn't stress. That was, because he was trying to get to the root cause, but it was like I was already stressed out. No, I had an actual reason. Like I have a $2,000 gas hot water bill, and my real estate agent was being a fucking asshole, wasn't doing his job. And then I was trying to talk to Origin, and then going, oh, he's got it. I'll CC him in, my real estate agent. But then I'm like, hey, can you please talk to Origin? And then he wasn't doing it. I was going to have to move out, and it was just like that is what happened.
Right.
Like, so that's what it came from. And now that it's flared up, it's crazy. So that was.
How did you get a $2,000 gas bill?
Still don't know.
Do you live alone?
But yeah. Oh, I just run the taps.
Yeah.
Like my neighbor, she also lives by herself. $200 bill. So it's now being officially investigated, thank God, by the ombudsman.
Yeah.
But it was just so insane.
Did you have to pay it?
No. I chose to pay two because you have to pay a portion of it for the ombudsman to investigate.
Sure.
And then I was going to have to take, I thought that I was going to have to take the real estate agent to VCAT. So I was looking into that. And it was also Christmas and I was working on stuff and everything. And it was just a lot. And Christmas is pretty sad for me anyway because I'm like, being single sucks in general. But like Christmas is like, oh, guess what you don't have? You're like, oh, anything? So like it was all a bit much. But the stress thing, I also have that thing. I said it in most of my shows and sets, like, man, nothing matters. All we have is now. And I meditate. Would you fucking believe it? Imagine if I didn't. And I stretch and I exercise. Like, I'm quite fit and healthy, but it's still, that's where I get to the point where I'm like, oh no, I think just I'm doing everything I can and I eat well and I sleep well and I make sure I do a meditation before bed. But I think my brain's just a bit bung. I think it's on the fritz and I need some sort of intervention because it's a bit beyond have a deep breath. Like, and that anxiety, because I go from like, I want to do heaps of stuff and I'm really good at stuff. And then I hold myself back.
It sounds like your mind is, the way you're just describing your mind now, I've seen you on stage like that. And I think on stage it works to your advantage.
Yes.
Because you're just fast. You're moving quick. You go left, right. You're one of those comics that you don't know what you're going to say next. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So it just sounds like you have to, meditation might be good because it's a way to gear down and just get that brain down into first gear so you can chill and then ramp it back up for a gig.
No, but the thing is, I'm on stage.
You're always like this.
No, but yeah, on stage is great.
That's what I'm saying.
I have this new line again. I have to be like my therapist just laughs every time we have a session because she's like, "You're very funny. It's very
fucking
good.
Charge her.
It's a very good. Yeah, she. No, it's free. Thank God. Or else I don't know if
good.
I'd be here. I had some rough times. But she's like, I said to her, comedy's easy. Leaving the house is hard. Like being on stage, doing that, but it's getting to the stage. It's asking for the gigs. It's booking in something. Like I'm only really good with festivals because I have to book it in. If not, I'm like, no, who the fuck would want to see me? Like I have self-confidence, but I don't have, I have self-belief, but what's that, in self-importance? You know the difference?
Yeah.
So I think I'm funny, but I'm like, that person's probably funnier as well. I don't care. Rather than pick me.
Sure.
So I just... I don't know. And I feel like I'm constantly pleading with myself. I'm like, come on, mate, just ask for a gig or come on, just book in some flights to Sydney. And I'm like, oh, nah, I don't know when I could. And because I have all this time and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should just hit the room runners up first or then do a thing. And they just decide, and it's like, oh, too much, got to have a nap. Like, I'm fucking, but I was a lot better before COVID, I need to add.
Yeah.
A lot better before COVID. So a lot of this is COVID related. Nothing fucking matters. Everything was taken away. And then I don't have, like, a partner. I'm a 36-year-old woman. Like, I don't have a partner. I don't have kids. Don't have a pet. So I'm like, what do I have? Or, I enjoy my comedy. But, like, the career is not at a level where I'm like, oh, look at this. So I'm like, what the fuck do I have?
Are you
I got
saying
sweet
it in terms
arms.
of, like, a self-worth thing? Like,
Not a self-worth, but I just think,
like what do
like, for order to sort of sacrifice that, I don't have much to show for it. But then you can say, what's your idea of success? What's, who are we as people? Because I'm not saying famous people or rich people are happy because most of the time we know they're not.
Yeah.
But I'm like, like when I see someone else doing well, I'm like, fuck yeah, go them. But I'm like, mate, why aren't you could do that. But I don't. I just sit at home quietly. Have some oats.
I sometimes feel that could be a trap, though, if you listen to that voice. Like, like that voice comes in my head as well, because I'm single, I don't have a family, and if I go down that path, I kind of, you can get caught out and feel shit.
Oh, I feel shit. I'm not fucking here to say I don't. But no. But the other voice that came in, there's a voice. It's funny. Like, my show's going to be really good. Yeah. But, like, the off stage is the tricky one.
But that's just not your fucking path yet. Who knows what your path will be? You might
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, in 2 years' time, you might have fucking 3 kids and a partner, and you'd be like, fuck, I want to be single again. Fuck this.
Absolutely. Like, but yeah, but I have that pleading voice that's just like, mate, be present. All we have is now. Past has happened, future hasn't happened yet. Like, I listen to I put a lot of positive shit into my brain. I don't drink as much as I used to. I don't even smoke anymore. I'm like, that's the thing. I feel like, I need to forgive myself and stop feeling sorry for myself. It's really fucking hard. Like, it's bizarre. Like so yeah, I think my brain's just a bit monk. I was saying to you before when I did half the podcast, just when you walked in, because Johnny goes, "How are you?" I'm like, "Oh, well, fuck. What do you want to?" Oh, like,
Yeah.
good. Thanks for asking. That's what you have to say. Never say how you feel. Your feelings make people fucking awkward. But
So how do
yeah.
you genuinely feel like when you were coming up the stairs? Like just
Oh no, but I had this to go to, so I'm very happy. Like literally, very happy to be here. When I finally book in stuff to see my friends, very happy. Like I saw my sister's got a little bub. She's almost 1, and then I'll just be with her and I'm fine. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy, but it's that overactive brain beforehand. Like yeah, so I can do heaps of stuff, but it just seems I'm noticing now it's a lot harder to. It's just so hard. I don't think everything's meant to be that hard. So I think I need to get my brain buffed.
what does buffed mean?
I think someone's got to buff it.
What does buff mean?
Come on, man, buffing. No, I don't know. Like it needs to. It's a cool way to say I probably need medication. But I also don't want it. But it also could actually. But you don't have to be on it for a while. But just to take the edge off.
What sort of medication would you go on? Have you Googled it? Because I'd be scared of
taking. You
taking.
can't just Google medication. You
I
have
don't
to.
know.
No, I'm going to a psychiatrist to assess the brain.
Yeah.
To say. Because a lot of people say that I have ADHD, and I certainly do present to someone who does. And that's where everything else could be. But it could just be anxiety. It could just be this. Could just be that. Because a lot of people, they're fine, but they also drink heaps and like smoke weed, and power to them. But I don't even do any of that. So I'm like, I'm just full raw dog.
Are you worried that if you get prescribed a medication, it's going to affect your stagecraft?
No, I think I know enough people that say, nah, that's not. It's all good.
I know Billy Styles. It's open. I'm not like he takes Dexies.
So he's got ADHD.
Yeah, and it's helped him on stage.
Yes. Well, that's exactly right. So I'm hoping that helps me. But then I'm like, but that's an upper.
But do you need help on stage? You don't need help on stage.
Oh no, I'd like to be. No, not so much on stage, but I think it might. I don't know. I've only taken them recreationally, and that's just so I couldn't afford Coke, and then I was just drinking heaps.
It's just like the Aldi. Is that the Aldi version of Coke? Is it Dexies?
Yeah, because you can get it for like $5 a pop.
Yeah.
But I think so. But then I have this thing where I'm like my dad's on antidepressants, and he said to me, because he got on them late, and he's like, Jack, I wish I had these 30 years ago. And I use the example of, do you wear glasses? I saw contact lenses in the...
Yeah, I wear glasses. Yeah.
I did my research. I looked through your shit. Before I knew that I needed glasses, I just thought everything looked the way it did.
Yeah.
And then I fucking remember when I went in and I put my glasses on, the prescription in the shop, and I'm like, holy shit, this is what things are supposed to look like.
And that's a great analogy.
Yeah, right. And I'm hoping, and I know it's not a miracle. I know it takes a long time, and some people don't get, better or whatever, and you don't get the right one straight away. But a lot of people have said that's what's happened to them. And I'm like, I may as well just try them. You don't have to be on them for long. And I could just like low dose, but it's just like, or I could take up smoking weed. It seems to do the same thing.
No, don't do weed, no.
No, I don't want it. It makes me sleepy. It makes me dumb.
That's
and
not
hungry. Right. And I don't want to...
Just eat your way up and not write anything.
Don't want to eat my way up.
Yeah, it's a horrible hole to be in.
God.
All right, so you go to the psychiatrist coming up and you just tell them,
yeah,
I want something that's going to...
No, I don't say I want something. I just say...
Here I am.
Yeah, I'm like, here I am. You've got 1,000,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Okay.
What do you reckon? Here's this. What do you reckon? Am I all right? Because if I had that, because that comes from the forgiveness thing that you said to me.
Yeah.
If they said, oh, mate, yeah, you're severely fucked, like in a good way, like as in like, oh, yeah, you've definitely got, that's a lot harder for you to process things because of X, Y, Z. You've got this, that, and the other, and your brain's so amazing. We're going to, give you a medal and the people are going to study you. No, but if I had that, I would have more self-compassion to be like, oh, I'm not a fucking idiot. I actually have an illness. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than like, I'm not lazy, I'm depressed. Or like, because, it's hard when you have like immigrant, WOG parents. And, mum had several jobs with us kids, with 3 of us kids growing up. And she's just working heaps. And like, even in lockdown, she goes, oh, what exciting things have you been doing this week?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, not topping myself. Is that exciting? Because I'm like, oh, no, what have you been up to, Mum? You just deflect. And she's like, oh, yeah, I've done this. That. You know, she's made 7 cakes. She was making croissants for some reason. Chopped down a tree. She's washed the whole house. She's,
Yep.
Done a million things. And she just goes.
Does she get in your ear? Is she passive aggressive about what you're doing with your? Only because my mum is. Is she passive aggressive in terms of, oh, you could have done so much more and blah blah blah. So I don't she doesn't get to me.
Yeah, but that sucks. No, the opposite is true because both my parents worked in jobs they hated to raise us kids. So they've always been very encouraging.
That's good.
They're very encouraging. They're very loving. They just don't have emotional intelligence, much skills. So they try and help. What do you want? What do you want? Money? And no, I've got money. I don't need money. I don't have much money, but money's not an issue. And it's got to the point where I'm actually not talking to them right now. Just not nothing. It's more just I need to focus on me. I just haven't got the energy. I feel like it's a lot of energy to make them feel better.
Yeah.
About me. I have to be happy to make them not worry.
Yeah.
And I don't have the energy to do that. And they're just kind of, what's wrong with you? Snap out, sort of thing. Even though Dad's on that, it's they can't give me what they need, and it just makes it awkward for both of us.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know that. So you pull away for a bit.
Yeah,
it's safer for your mental health.
Yeah, putting the oxygen mask on yourself, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Can't pour from an empty cup.
No.
And then I feel guilt. What guilt? But yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. I kind of feel like nothing was ever expected of me anyway. And I think that, they are really proud that I'm doing something that I love. And also, I have the freelance job. I'm a graphics operator at Channel 9. And also, I started work at the ABC. And I've, so I'm very lucky to have that job because it's freelance. And when I do get work, it's 2 weeks at a time or Sunday footy shows coming up, so once a week. So it's well paid. So I do have that money coming in. And I'm used to having not much money, so I'm very good at living within my means, which a lot of people are not. Because they're like, how do you survive? Because I only earn 30 grand. I don't give a fuck. Money's never been important to me. It's not about, most people are motivated by money. I'm not. I just want to I think it's all the soul searching I'm doing without the mushrooms. But I think I just want to be consistently doing good work and having opportunities and getting, good gigs and being at a, just doing it. I'd also have a podcast or something or working on good stuff.
I agree with that. I find a lot of comedians aren't in it for the money because there's only so many that could go through our Melbourne winters doing open mic every night for no money, just waiting around for 2-3 hours to get on stage for 5 minutes to perform in front of hardly anyone. You're not doing it for the pursuit of money. There's easier ways to make money. But that's a good approach. I mean,
I just love it too. I love laughing. What a dumb thing. But they're just the fucking best. Making people laugh. Laughing, making people laugh. I love entertaining.
Do you love hearing the laugh or do you love creating the wit or both? Or what is it? For me, I think it's the drug of hearing people crack up.
Yeah. I like the fact that you can make people happy, essentially. I think that's where I came from. I'm also trying to write this bit, and it's coming out as real bitter. But, it starts as something and then it evolves. But, trying not to think about, and it's not about all the young up-and-comers that I feel really racing past me, because, good luck to them. They're good at social media and they know they have self-importance, but good on them.
I got horse blinkers for that.
Yeah. Well,
I had to. Otherwise, you'll do your head in.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, but the bit is from that. It's kind of there are a lot of people saying, because also there are some extremely fucking talented young people out there and that are getting the thing. And I'm like, of course, that person's amazing. She's brilliant. I'm never jealous of that because I'm fair cop. But it's the ones that are like this. They're kind of yeah, no one ever told me I was funny growing up. I'm I wonder why that is. And they're getting, published in The Age. And they're kind of just oh, yeah, I've never really been funny. I just thought I'd give it a go for some fun. I'm you know why I'm funny? I had a fucking sad dad. I had to try and make dad laugh or else we'd have to do the dishes, So it's kind of comedy growing up as a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why it's funny. It's kind of that superpower. You can kind of make someone laugh.
Yeah.
And you're I'll make it better.
Was that the real reason as well with your father?
I'd say so.
It's
Yeah.
so funny because mine is very similar. Like dad worked in a factory, Greek guy, about 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and he was just so horribly just dark around the house. So I tried to cheer him up because he was hardly around. So when he was there, I tried to just make him spark a bit, just try and start him.
Yeah.
And so you were the same.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I was something, because I'm the youngest of three, and it's like, oh, something's going on, wheel out Jacqueline, and then I'm la 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 la, like just being a fucking idiot. And then now at 36, I'm like, I'm not just your plaything. Not just, you're here for comic relief, even though that's the career I've chosen, but I'm not just that. But,
and I think if I think what I realized was, my parents weren't around because they worked in factories a lot. So when they were around, I tried to make them laugh to mitigate feelings of abandonment. Because when they'd leave for the factory, I'd feel abandoned again. I was all alone watching Channel 2 as a kid. I don't know. We didn't have babysitters. It was a different world back then. No robbers back then. I don't know.
No, us either. Like our parents would live. They would work in the city, and we were out in the suburbs. So parents wouldn't be home till 7:30.
Yeah, man.
We
same.
walked to primary school and back.
Yeah.
And it was, we were just alone. So we never really, when mum and dad came home, they were just, you're now my therapist. They just watched the 7:30 report, and dad would just be yelling, oh, you fucking bastard, politicians and stuff. Not at us, but sometimes at us. And, God forbid his footy team would lose. And then we didn't have dinner at the table when people were like, oh, how was your day? How are you? How are you feeling? It wasn't about you. It was about your poor parents are working hard for you, you schmuck. So I know I'm Jewish now. You got to make them happy. You've got to make everyone else happy. You got to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I don't think I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, but it's funny.
Was it you and your sister?
Brother's the eldest, and then my sister's the middle, and then I'm the baby.
Okay. And you all went through similar experiences at home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a WOG thing. I don't know.
I think every ethnicity has their thing.
I just felt like it was, hey, look, we're covering the mortgage, we're paying the bills, there's food on the table, we expect you to get educated and just shut the fuck up when we come home because we're tired.
Yeah.
We're exhausted. And so if I could make them laugh, I felt like I got through their rules and opened them up.
Yeah. Did that make you feel needed and useful and have a purpose?
Well, useful and purposeful. Absolutely. And then it would, like I said to you, take away the feelings of abandonment.
Yeah, because I have
and
that.
And then I wanted to pursue that more and more. Because my brother was older, and when he let me hang out with him and his older mates, he was like, you want to fucking interrupt, it better be good.
Yeah, make it count.
So my brother was my editing department. So he made me edit words because if I interrupted with a long-winded tale, I'd get a corker, which is a knuckle punch on the thigh.
Yeah.
I'm
familiar.
Yeah, did you get belted by your siblings? Did you give a belting or cop a belting? I was more of a receiver.
We got a shubber.
Shubber?
What's
a shubber?
A smack. We get a shubber, and then the much. It's like, you get the much?
Much sounds gross. It sounds like something your uncle did and cops need to speak to him. That's weird.
No, it's kind of like a burn. Like
we call them Chinese burns.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You probably can't say that now.
No, I don't think
where you twist the wrist like you're wringing out a towel.
Yeah, it was bad. But then, Mum used to smack us and hit us with stuff, but not too bad. It was more yelled at, which was bad. And yeah, the purposeful thing is something for me as well. And then sometimes I feel like a burden. It's like, it's not about me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry that I'm here. Like, real apologetic for my existence. I'm like, is this all right?
When do you feel that?
Oh, I think it's from childhood. People parents are like tired and stuff coming home, and then so from that it's like, it's not about you, that sort of stuff. So in fact,
and is that carried over now into? Does that pop up every now and then in your?
Yeah, it has. And then I was always sick as a kid as well, like eczema, asthma, and then when I was 6, I had like a stomach ache, and I'm like, Mum, my stomach really hurts. And because the poor mum, like she'd be taking me to the doctors all the time, specialists, so much money. I just feel so guilty. Like I never fucking asked to be born. But
Do
then
you really
it's
feel
weird.
guilty about that? But
I
you
feel guilty
can't
about
help
everything.
what cards you got dealt.
No, but this is so I just kept complaining my stomach, and Mum's like, "You're okay, like just
Well,
take
your
a
stomach was
Panadol."
fucking hurting, right?
No, yes. And then it continued to hurt to the point where she's like, all right, I'll take you to the doctor. Turns out it was acute appendicitis and I almost died.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so why do you feel guilty, you fucking idiot?
Because I feel guilty that I upset my mum. Do you know, I'm so aware of
But
how my
it was
actions affected others.
Oh, so not
you know what I
because of
mean?
a just cause, but just for the fact that you gave her that pain.
Yeah.
That her daughter had appendicitis.
I feel bad that she was upset because of me, that I upset her, that I did something, even though I didn't do
but
anything
you
wrong.
can't possibly...
No, I know, but I just feel bad.
But
I'm like,
don't
oh, whoopsies.
Can't you disown that? Can't you go, look, that's not me. This doesn't belong in this file. Get it out. That's not
Yeah,
you.
and what you were saying about how you can just let that go and let it drop it, and
Yeah, I fucking
I
can.
can think it, but I can't yet feel it. Sometimes I can, like when I'm in a better mindset and I'm not as rashy and itchy, and not constantly hot. Because I think also it's like I've got inflammation right now. I think my brain's just inflamed. That's totally a thing. Fucking hell, I'm having organic flaxseed oil. I don't know. Yeah, I can think it and I write it out. Like I have affirmations. Like I'm doing all this wanky stuff. Other people would just be like, "Give me 7 pills. Who gives a shit?"
I don't know. You better be
But I'm
careful.
like-
Whatever the psychiatrist prescribes, be careful because, like, I love the way your brain just jumps from topic to topic. I see it on stage. You don't want to fucking lose that.
No. But also, I don't want to lose myself because I get too
No,
down.
fuck it. It's all about getting a Netflix special.
Yeah, no.
Get that killer hour.
No, I meant
She's
I'm gonna.
falling apart off
No,
stage.
killer
but
hour.
What an hour.
No, I didn't mean falling apart. I just mean killing myself. So I'm like, because I'm going down. Because I've never felt down before. I've always been up.
Do you go that? Not
Only
to pry, but
recently.
do you get
That's what I'm telling you. Only recently have I been like,
down.
Like I'm just like, I don't know why I could easily not be here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm in here going, mate, what's that about? And I'm like, come on, like I'm coaxing like a little bunny out from under the tree. Like, come on. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, hey, we got to write today. And I'm like, ooh. And I've never had that before. So that's interesting. So what about that?
Fuck
so
yeah,
and I had a mate, a well-intended mate, say to me, and he didn't mean to, and I'm not.
Because that's probably how it's like. You got to address that. At least you're addressing that.
Oh yeah.
Because that voice, what do they say? Your thoughts become action, or thoughts become actions. Actions become your character.
Yeah,
So,
your thoughts are your actions are dyed by the colors of your thoughts.
yeah. So the fact that you're like, hey, that's a fucking red alert there. You're addressing it, and now you're doing the right
Because
thing.
it's the feeling. I'm like,
But that in itself
Ooh.
is
very
an
new.
overriding care factor that you have over yourself. So
yeah,
you do have this wonderful, nurturing, caring. Like you say, I don't fucking care. But the fact that you're doing something about it is an overall umbrella caring. So you are a caring, positive person about yourself, trying to look out for the best interests of yourself.
yeah, and also because I don't want it to get so far that it has to bother anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, because I don't have I live by myself. Again, I'm not. I'm working a few days over the next couple weeks, whatever. But like sometimes I have nothing. I'll say nothing to do, but I'm writing a show. I'm doing all the admin for it. I'm doing all the marketing. I am because it's always working, right? Yeah. It's hard when you say, "Oh, I'm not working today," but I'm working. I'm doing my craft. I'm creating stuff. But I have so much time to think that I'm like. Sometimes I don't feel like getting up. And I could easily stay in bed all day, but I don't. Because then I just stay in bed all day. I don't have someone coming in. I have people checking on me, like, good mates. But most of them, they don't. And if you tell most people how you feel, it just worries them. So I just have me, and I'm like, come on, we got to do this. It's like looking after a sick kid. I'm like, come on, off we pop. Good night. Come on. Like, it sounds really sad. And it is. That's why it's sad. But
And that makes you get up.
yeah. Well, I have to.
Yes.
And again, I do everything. There's nothing I can't do, but it just takes so long. And people are just like, darting, I'm going to go to the shops. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go and, buy some new runners today. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, oh, all right. So, and then I have to write this big list. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm going to do this and maybe I'm going to do that. And then if I have to go somewhere, I have to count backwards.
Hey, really?
Do you do that?
I saw this motivational speaker on YouTube. I can't remember the lady's name, but she said, "Don't overthink it. Count back from 5."
Oh, Mel Robbins. No, no, no. I mean, as in like I do a timing
Anthony
thing.
Robbins?
No,
This
no, no.
woman?
Mel Robbins is different. Very unfortunate name, but she's great. The 5-second rule, and then
Yeah,
she's got
so
this
she helped me
massive
like
house.
get because I wanted to start waking up at 6 and going for a swim.
Yeah.
And she goes, just count back from 5. So I did, and then at 1 you have to get up. So I just would roll off the mattress, fall
No.
on the carpet
Absolutely.
at 1.
And if I have places to go, I get there. But when I don't, when it's all up to me, like I'm my own boss, I'm all my coworkers, I decide every single action I have, which sounds fun, but it's not. Because it's not
You
even
don't
like
enjoy that autonomy?
not when it's just every single decision all the time. That I need boundaries. Like I need deadlines and boundaries and stuff. And when they're not hard deadlines, like dentist or whatever,
Yeah.
I kind of shuffle them around. Unless I don't. I don't know. I do everything. It's very, very hard. Text in if you think I've got depression. 0424. Yeah, and it's just the repetition of the thoughts and stuff. But they're counting backwards. I mean, like, so I got here at 6, and it was a 15-minute drive. So I said, all right, so 6 minus 15, 5:45. But I probably have to, maybe parking's going to be weird, so I add an extra 10 minutes. All right, so I probably want to have a shower at this time. And then I probably want to put some makeup on maybe. And then I just count back.
That's what I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, that's good.
I feel like I'm wonderfully disciplined. And I try and be, as wonderfully disciplined I am off stage, I try and be the opposite on stage. I feel like that's where
Right.
So the more disciplined I am, I say to myself, oh, I'm going to really let loose tonight. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to fucking go for it, especially in open mic.
Oh,
And I
as
love
you
the freedom
should.
of that. But yeah,
I love that.
that's helped me a lot. Planning my days, even making a list the night before of what I need to do for the next day.
Yes.
Even like the sequence of events things that have to happen. Like if I've got a flight, what I have to do first when I wake up, how I have to pack, everything.
No, that's great. No, awesome. Yeah, me too. I have to do
That
that.
just makes me feel
And-
so comfortable.
And have to have my routines and stuff. So then, and ticking stuff off. I have like my daily checklist stuff. Like, and I go to the gym because I book in the sessions. I think if it was one of those like, free for all gyms where you just rock up whenever, I wouldn't be going as often because I'd make an excuse, but I have to trap myself into stuff. I'm always have to trick myself like, oh, I don't think Jacqueline will know this. Oh yeah, I'll do that. And it's just me, but there's many people.
And the one thing I find that's interesting about us is you can't pin down creativity. You can say you're going to do some writing from 12 to 2, but creativity will decide like luck when it will bestow itself upon you. And I love that about the craft. Like I don't sit down and write. I have a whiteboard behind you and I sort of fuck around and I'll write a word down and then I'll go do some dishes or I'll just play some PlayStation, because they say creativity happens when you're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
When you're allowing it to incubate, when you've got a toasted sandwich on the grill and you're playing a game on PlayStation and there's music on and shit's happening and you've also got a couple of words written on the whiteboard. That's how I try and write.
Yeah, I think it's like parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, is it?
I don't know what the fuck that means, but
Yeah, but yeah, the different thing. Yeah, you're resting and you're active and reactive or whatever.
is that how
Going for
you
a
write?
walk.
Or do you have a session where you go, okay, I'll sit down at 12, I write on a keyboard, I punch it all out, and then I workshop?
It all depends. It really, really depends. And the funny thing is, like, I love like writing jokes and stuff, but it's almost a different style, and sometimes even a completely different thing when I'm on stage. I love just to fuck around on stage and say whatever, but then I can actually write something word for word, like perfect, like it makes sense. But the stage me doesn't want to say it, and sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say half the time. I just love talking.
So
clearly.
you'll write a bit of stand-up and you'll like it, but it's not ready to go on stage because it's not like edited
I don't
or
know.
punchy?
I think I'm still.
Or
This
just,
is what I
is it
think,
your confidence?
No, I think maybe it's because I don't like the idea of learning shit word for word as well. So like maybe I'm still working it out. Like I started like I did 20 gigs in 2015 and then like a few in 2016, but really sort of took off in 2017. So it's still, a couple, like 5 or 6 years I've been doing stand-up. And so I'm just still working it out. And I need to I think when you just appreciate that as well, like I'm like, oh, I'm really evolving. I can really see how far I've come, which is really good. I think I'm just better off, now that I have more confidence, just talking things through on stage and then writing it afterwards. Just like, I got to talk about this, I got to think it through. But then I do that more often at home. I'll stand up and I'll start talking to myself like a really
I find that's a lot better.
Person. Yeah, because that's what it is. You're saying it. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And I'm writing. I have so many notes and notebooks. Scribbling everywhere. And then it just, and
like
then just
shit like that, just notes all over the floor.
Absolutely.
And I throw them on the carpet, I walk over them.
Yeah.
So I can't, like if I write something, I'll throw it on the bathroom tiles. So the next morning I'll go, oh yeah, that fucking joke, as I'm taking a piss. I go, I've got to work on that.
It's like full Memento styles. This is making me feel very sane. This is good.
Yeah, because I can't escape it. I mean, Hughesy, I learned that from Dave Hughes. Hughesy, because I lived, when I started stand-up in 2002, I met this guy called CJ Fortuna. Stand-up. And CJ was telling me that, Hughesy had a bunch of Post-it notes on his wall. And I'm like, that's what I need. So I went and bought Post-it notes of my jokes all over the walls.
Yeah.
And then my mum said, you need to fucking move out. And then I moved out and started doing it here.
Yeah.
Because then you can't escape a piece of material, and the wiring in your brain will remain inclined to find the funny in that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And
it's sort of there, and you're just thinking about it, and you can sort of evolve.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And then just talking to friends and stuff. But
do you put wireless earphones in your ears and just start talking in shopping aisles? I do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
so people think I'm on the phone, but I'm going through stuff.
Oh, not in public.
Just how it would sound.
Though I have been doing that in the car.
Yeah.
And just talking, but only recently. So I should be proud of that. See, when it's just not tangible, it's like I'm getting better and I am progressing in this job. But, because comedy's so unregulated, it's not like, oh, she's now middle management. She's, you know what I mean? It's hard to tell, like, it's hard sometimes to see where you're going, sort of thing.
Your progress in stand-up comedy is not linear.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not linear.
But so for your own personal wins are important. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you may evolve as a comic and then realize I don't like where I'm going anymore, and sacrifice a whole heap of gigs to rewrite and go a different path and create deeper material, more profound material, or less profound material, and just focus on more punchier stuff and change. Or you may listen back to a set from a year ago, like I often do, and go, oh, that's fucking hack. I'm not doing that joke again.
Yeah.
So you throw it out, so you've lost time, and now you have to find that time. So it's constantly
it's not losing. I think it's important how you get there. But then that's another thing. That's the self-care thing of just appreciating. It's like, mate, you're just on your own journey. You're on your own path. Don't worry about anything else. Because half the time it's like, no, I still want to be me. Like, I'm a fuckwit, but I still like who I am. And I still like my comedy as well. And also, I'm going through stuff going, ugh, that was terrible. Or, oh, I really like this stuff. This is really connecting with people.
Yeah.
And then just feeling so natural on stage and just comfortable, which is good. So I feel that is good. But when, I think just overthinking. Too much time to think, I think, is my issue.
Yeah, you've got to, pull the pin. Like, in terms of overthinking, I used to overthink bad gigs a lot. They used to really depress me. And it was, I think, Sarah Millican who said, even if you crush or you die, you should only process a gig up until 11 a.m. the next day, and then throw it in the bin. It's a brand new day and it's a brand new gig coming up. So,
I don't bad gigs. I mean, absolutely, don't quote me on this, but like they don't bother me that much.
No,
no, it doesn't really affect me. I think it's funny when you were at that. I had an absolute stinker. That was a great one. The West Ale or something with Limo.
We all hated that.
That was.
Was that gig?
But it just made me laugh. It's so funny because they hated me. They hated.
It was.
it was. I think you were like, I just want to. You were very nice. Walked to me to my car, and you're like, I want to spit on him. It was pre-COVID. But
Yeah, it makes it
no,
all right. I love it. That's funny.
but if I am not on, if I'm not on the ball and I'm not doing well, and I'm not like I'm not doing well, I'll call that a bad gig.
Yeah.
But if I'm just being me and they're not into it, fuck them. It doesn't bother me.
That's fantastic. That's a
Yeah.
great attitude to have.
No, absolutely. I see people that I thought was really confident and stuff, but they just really just know their act. And they get really nervous. I'm like, why are you nervous?
Before we
it's
leave
weird.
that gig, that was a tough gig. They were
Yeah.
they did not.
It sucked.
It's like we pulled them in off the street at gunpoint and went, we're doing a
Yeah.
show, you guys can't leave. Even Limo, who's...
Oh, yeah. How did he go?
No, he said the same thing. He goes,
Oh.
what the fuck was that? And I'm like, man, don't worry about it. We all kind of sucked tonight. Don't worry about it. He's like, yeah. He's like, that was the first and last time they did comedy there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they were comedy virgins. And, hey, if me, you, Evan, and Limo couldn't persuade them that comedy is good, that's cumulatively like fucking
Yeah.
40 years of stand-up right there. Me and Limo together is 40 years of stand-up comedy. So fuck them. That's half
No,
a...
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's when I've become stronger as a comic, and I'm like, sometimes it is the crowd. Fuck them.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
No, again,
Um,
because you know how you are, and if you're like, nah, I had like a shitty sleep, I forgot my like closer. That's you. That's like whoopsie doodle. I'll try better. But when they just aren't like, you're like, oh no. Like, but it doesn't bother me because I don't. I think
Do you sweat when you're dying? Like,
oh,
what
I'm always sweating.
No,
I'm
like
just a sweaty
my
person.
sweat goes up, like my forehead starts to bead.
I'm a big mustachio sweater. Like not even really sweaty under the armpits. It's just right
Just
in
your
there.
mo will you'll start dripping down.
Just my mo. Yeah. I'm like, oh god. But yeah, that doesn't really bother me as much. If I think I've done well. But I don't want to. This sounds like a defensive thing, but I don't really want to be for everyone. Like you do see the crowds, like when people who have made it. And they get the fucking run-of-the-mill crowd that watch comedy once a year. That's not my idea of making it. I want the weird comedy crowd to like me. You know? I don't want old mate to like me. You shouldn't like me.
It's fantastic that we live in a time when you don't have to get the approval of 3 television directors in the whole country to put like you can do what Lewis Spears did and
Yeah.
Chandler and just create their own fucking industries and put on gigs and podcasts and make money. So fuck them. And that's a good thing. So, yeah, you can create whatever style you want. I headlined the Comics Lounge on Saturday, and I had 3 people walk out. And, yeah, they complained to the owner and said, that's vile. This guy's foul. But, you know, I think it hurt me for a few seconds. And then I'm like 3 out of, like, 450 people.
Whoa,
so
yeah.
fuck them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, back to you. You're not going to win them all. And then I'm like, you're never going to be likable to everyone, man. You're not like a...
You're not doing it right, I think, because then you just Captain Smiley Pants.
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
Yeah.
how's cheese? Is that a bit? Should we build that?
Oh, yeah, like, because I was thinking of Jamoan, and he's got a great bit about cheese.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ah,
He's like, you can cut everything fast except cheese. It only wants one speed.
that's actually really great.
Well, yeah, he's a genius and everyone loves him, but he's the exception. And I'm not, you know, I think Jamoan is like a 1 in a million. I mean, fuck, everyone has to be hated. I mean, even Billy Connolly's got haters, which is crazy.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, I put some like stuff on Instagram and always get comments. It's always from the same guy. Like I don't mean literally the same guy, but the same guy.
Type.
Yeah, same type, like no followers, a weird non-photograph like avatar, you know, picture, and they just say like not funny. And last one was comedy is officially dead.
Really?
And one guy said it has to be said, she is just not funny.
Really?
I'm like, but does it though?
Do you follow, do you read comments? I try not to.
Oh, I only have a few, like, you know.
Yeah. So you just
I
have a
have
squeeze.
time. I don't have a person to do it for me.
Yeah.
But I do you know what I do? I delete them straight away. I don't
Yeah.
need it. It's not like I'm doing,
You
know.
don't answer back and go,
No, because
Yeah.
I don't want to give them the satisfaction
true.
of letting them know, especially as a woman, letting them know they got to me as well.
Yeah.
So I actually just delete it. I'm like, no, you don't, because I don't give a fuck if they don't like me. It's if you're scrolling through, the phone and whatever app you're on. It's if you like everything you see. But do you actually go out of your way to be like, I don't like it, and I need you to know that I don't like you? Gives a fuck. Who am I? Who are you? Who's anyone?
Have you ever met a guy that didn't like that you were doing stand-up or anything? Has that ever come up? Or have you met guys that are like, women shouldn't be doing stand-up? Or like, has that ever...
No, I'd punch him in the head. No,
Yeah.
but I find it hard to date.
Is that because of stand-up or...
I think so. I don't know. I'm just a very fiercely independent, smart woman,
And that's
and
and
with
that
powerful
scares
arms.
the shit out of
Yeah,
blokes.
yeah. And if you tell someone, I don't need you, you can leave when
Well,
you
the
want,
dickhead
they'd go.
blokes.
Yeah, the pussies.
The
Like some guy,
pussies.
we walked past an op shop once, and there was literally, in the window, there was a kitchen sink. And I saw him see it, and I'm like, oh, God, he's going to make a bit. And he's like, hey, look at that. I'm like, oh, don't do the bit. And he's like, look at that. I'm like, no, okay. I'm like, what? And he goes, they got everything in there. I'm like, oh, don't fucking say it. Oh, even the kitchen sink. I'm like, well done. And he goes, is this going to be a thing? Is this going to be a thing when I try and make a joke? You're not going to laugh because you're the funny one.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, is this going to be a thing that you're going to be a little bitch? Like,
No, what's going to
Yeah.
be a thing is I'm not going to fuck you. That's going to be a thing. Just tell him that.
oh no, he wouldn't fuck me. It's so I wanted to run in with the weirdest people. I think it's the same thing. Like I'm always trying to make. I just want to date myself. I'm great. I try to. Everyone kind of uses me to make them happy. Not everyone. The terrible men that I've accidentally gone for, without realizing it. And I'm like, what are you giving me? They're just like really draining my energy. Like little sad boys. I'm like, everyone likes. I'm like, oh fucking hell.
Oh, really? Have you tended to pull those types of men?
And that's why I don't anymore.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't know that. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing this. I'm like, nah, sort it out, fuck off, not how you treat me. But now I'm too that way, where I'm just like, fuck you.
Well, that's the best way to be.
Yeah, hello, my name's Jet, fuck off. It's difficult. And again, at this age as well, because a lot of, comedy mates, like it's older, I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm at the weird, like, I need to decide if I want to have a baby or not. Because then I have to freeze my eggs and shit. Like, do I want that? Do I want comedy? Like, I'm just kind of like half doing life.
I don't know anything about that. And
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got there's heaps of you can store them in a freezer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, not yourself. I think it's got a little bit cheaper now, but I would love to share my life with someone and have the possibility of having a family. The baby is not the baby would be a bonus.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, I love you so much that I'd want to create another life with you and, fuck the planet up because it's we're overpopulated. But I'm real happy. A real bag of laughs. But, but some people have that strong feeling they just want to have a baby. I want the option. That's my thing.
Okay, so you didn't have the strong feeling of wanting a baby,
No,
but
it's
you
the
have the feeling of, I wouldn't mind just in case.
No, it's more the partner. But that's a full-time job. And that's what I mean by, like, I'm in that weird place where I'm like, my comedy career is maybe not going as at the rate. I mean, let's not say at the level. Let's say at the rate that I may have wanted it to. And I'm also not really dating or anything. So, like, pursuing relationships and that sort of goal is not really doing that. I exercise a lot. So I'm fit. So that's why I feel like I'm just doing a lot of nothing.
Yeah, right.
I'm running in circles a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's expensive to freeze your eggs. Would you have a kid on your own, like without a man?
No,
'Cause-
absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. That's not the goal.
Oh, you won't do it.
No,
okay.
because that's the baby's not the thing. The baby's not the thing.
Right,
Yeah,
I get you.
it'd be a relationship,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, let's have a kid. But you meet someone, you got to meet. I'd say at least 2-3 years before you'd think about a kid.
Yes, of course. That's the thing, isn't it?
And then I'm like, well, hang on, I'm 37
Oh,
this
so maybe
year,
it's best to
and then
freeze
I'm
them.
like, but also
To
I
keep that
don't
door open
want to
if you
do
want it.
that.
Oh,
Well, no, in theory, yes, but then do I want to be an old mum? Is that selfish? Is
Get
that
good material.
But what? Yeah, exactly. No, but it's been
Fuck
done.
'em.
It's been
Call
done.
it material.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit. Before the pod, I'm
don't
like,
know.
I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I think I'm doing a lot of complaining.
Nah, just complain. You're a wog.
Yeah. Oh,
Let it out.
complaints.
Let it out. Like I said to my mum, I go, how are you, mum? Yeah. I'm like, oh, good. You got something new to worry about? That's all she wants. A new worry.
A new worry. Yeah, I try not to, and then I do focus on the good, but then I keep forgetting.
But maybe if you worry, if you project worrying, you're expelling it. You're vomiting it out. You're getting rid of it. You're voicing it. It's out, it's coming out. You're not like, harboring it. Like just
Well, that's why
locking it in.
That's why comedy's so good because I get to talk about it. But I think that's what rosacea is. Like it's my body kind of purging my stress. It's
fucking
like
get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I think you keep saying it a few times, you might even get a bit about freezing your eggs. Like, because it's interesting. Like, if I'm in the audience and I'm like, oh, yeah, you went and froze your eggs. Well, what is that? How does that happen? You get some stuff on it. Yeah.
Festuca had a good show about that, actually, because she froze her eggs. I think she actually, is doing all that. She wants it. Good on her. But I'm, no. But it's just a thing I have to think about that I'm like, and have you noticed a lot of dudes in stand-up who have partners, their partners are usually very young, a lot younger than them. Like, almost 10 years. And I'm like, fuck you. You get everything. You get a supportive, and their partners usually look after them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, I'm doing it by myself.
So the guys are dating girls that are much younger.
Well, I mean, usually they do date a lot younger. Yeah, and then they're just, and so that they don't have to think about those things and like,
Yeah.
But
free ride.
Fuck, I don't know. What's it all about?
I told you, it's you give it meaning. You give your own life meaning. And for
Absolutely.
me, I don't know, I love waking up, just playing some music, having a coffee, and I hear nothing but my music and my coffee maker. That's it. I don't know. I have a complete bliss. My dream is to buy a yacht when I'm 60 and just like sail around, because I don't think I'll be able to get gigs at 60, 65. I think it'll be like...
Have your own cruise ship.
Get a bit tough. Well, a little boat, like a yacht, like a 20 grand yacht. Nothing.
That's more than better than a house.
Yeah, I'm already fucking saving up for it. I really want to do it, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's it for me. That's my meaning.
No.
I think I've missed a boat for family. I know I think about family now, and I'm like, I don't know. Life is just so simple and easy, almost like a cat on the couch. It's just cool and chill, man. And I genuinely love it, and I don't want to complicate it. But several things happened. I got burnt bad from a past relationship, so that's cauterized my potentiality for any future interest.
Yeah, fuck.
And the second thing is, there's a lot of friends in my circle that are going through, not a lot, maybe 2 out of 5. Yeah, 2 out of 5 that are going through like a really bad breakup, that they're in court and like custody of children.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's so dark.
I have a lot of friends in relationships. I'm like, I don't want your relationship. That
yes,
sucks.
I say that so much.
Yeah, but then I have a lot of friends where I'm like, fuck yes, you too.
Yeah.
You're equal. You're making each other grow as well, and like, that's great. But getting back to that I need to being present and appreciate things more. I wake up and I check my music on. I would go and do a little stretch and stuff, and then I listen to a French podcast, whatever. And then I do have that time. So that is the day. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's, we're always going to somewhere and coming back from somewhere, but I think that's it. When you just appreciate this is what's happening and just try and do that rather than, I'm going to do this and that. I'm like, hey, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing enough. It's like, I've got beautiful plants. I've got, lovely, I've got my lovely apartment. I've done it all up and it looks really nice. I feel really good in the space. But then I look at my phone and that's when it all fucks up. You look at Instagram and you're like, who the fuck's that? Why wasn't I asked to do that? I'm great at that.
Yeah, I hear that from so many comics.
And I hate that. I'm like, then I get annoyed at myself for being annoyed. And then I'm fucked. I
read Richard Pryor's biographies. He was saying how he threw away his license and he threw away his identification. He just wanted to be free. And I think the modern day equivalent of that is to delete your social media platforms.
I know, but that's also
you can't. I know.
But you also can cultivate your own, because like you were saying, you don't need the people of like the TV and stuff. You can actually, if you put enough effort into it, you make your own audience.
That's what it's all about.
But yeah.
And I think it's you have to, what's that, there's a Greek mythology that if you stare at Medusa you turn into stone, and I think that's what can happen if you scroll through too many other people's profiles and you see what they're doing. It can like seize you up and like make you freak out that everyone is doing this amazing stuff and you're not. So you just have to like not do that. You have to focus on, all right, I have to do 2 podcasts this week. I have to do 5 gigs. I have to cut up 2 bits from my stand-up and post them. And I have to do 2 pods and cut them up and post them. And then that's it. Put them out into the universe and move on. And then as you get likes or followers, you're like, yay. And be true to yourself.
Absolutely. And I know that.
Horse
but then
blinkers.
I come out of it and then, But it's right. When you give yourself that thing.
Because you get mental anxiety, man. Like, and you see it in primary school. Like my niece who's in primary school and high school, my nephew, they're just...
Oh, I feel so bad for the
Fuck
kids.
yeah. Kids are fucked on social media. They're just relentless bullying and non-stop look at you. Look, what's he done? He's getting this, he's getting that. And it just...
Yeah, it's not good. And also, I remember going to the worst... I mean, hens nights and bucks are pretty shit as a rule. But I went to a really shitty one where the hen decided to go to a beer hall, but she didn't even like beer, so it wasn't like a cool, fun time. It was like all these bucks parties and then a hens party, and no one was drinking. It's like, oh, I'm dry. And I'm like, this sucks. And I ended up leaving and going out by myself at 3 a.m. But on social media, whoever the fuck was there, they posted all these selfies and stuff and other of the hen people. And it looked like, when I looked at it, it looked like the funnest night in the world. I'm like, I was there. That sucked. So yeah, you've got to, you can only, what's in your control. That's the whole thing. And like, I can't control this happening, but I can control my reaction to it. Getting all Marcus Aurelius. But and like you were saying before, like life's breezy and stuff. Like, I've got a fucking great, I have so much freedom. I mean, obviously COVID took it away, so I couldn't appreciate and stuff. And like, I didn't want to get sick, so I wasn't going out as much as I would. Even to a cafe, obviously, it changed. But I'm like, I'm living someone's dream here. Just for me, I wasn't doing enough. But I'm like, but this is the goal because I've got all this freedom. So just trying to appreciate that. Just like accepting what is.
That's what you have to get to. That's what you should tell your psychiatrist. That's what you want. Right?
Well, to enjoy what I have. No, and I also
want to be in that state of mind.
But that I used to be though, because I used to always, read all this. Like, I'm big into personal development stuff, but I think COVID has darkened my brain a bit. So like, I'm just in a place where I need help. But before that, I was fine. So getting back to it.
You're a big, like you love self-help. Like you think self-help books are good.
Not self-help, personal development.
Yeah.
So not self-help.
Do you stand by them? Do you think they're a great idea?
I stand by. I'm saying like I want to develop and I want to get like anxiety, for instance. I want to get strategies to get better.
Yeah.
I want to work out. I'm overthinking things. How do I do that? And that 5, 3, 2, 1. That sort of stuff. I don't give a fuck about Tony Robbins or anything. Like all because everyone they want to use self-help to win to get heaps of money. It's like I don't want that. But just trying to be the best that you can be. Like I think that's good.
Is there an end goal for you? Because
it's to die. Fucking just the quiet of death.
How do you want to die? I want to die on stage. Like Tommy Cooper and Ian Cognito, this British comic who I knew actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he died on stage. The poor cunt. He had a stroke.
Fuck.
But it was.
Did he get a laugh?
Yeah. He did. They thought he was joking because he was that kind of. He was the type of act that would come to a gig with a nail and hammer, smack a nail in the wall and hang his coat on it, and then turn around, pick up the mic and go, right, let's fucking do this, and.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. So when he had a stroke on stage, people thought, Cogs, you're at it again. What are you up to now?
The man who called stroke.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The goal for me.
So what's your end goal? Because.
Well, see, this is what COVID took away. I love, as we all do, I love traveling. So every year I'd work really hard, save up, and then I'd go and have an amazing 2 weeks somewhere.
Yeah.
all over the world and whatever. And I used to live in Paris. I lived in Paris for 4 years in my early 20s. So, like, I just love that. And again, that was taken away. So you just feel stuck and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then it just, at this age, for me, it becomes a bit harder because all my really close non-comic friends, they're working 9 to 5s and we just miss each other. I'm free when they're not, vice versa. Then they're going away. And we have gone away together in Airbnbs and it's been awesome. We've done some shrooms and stuff. It's been the best. But sometimes, and it's not them because they're amazing. It's definitely me, but they're all couples except for me. So I sometimes feel a bit weird. Even though they're not coupley, sometimes, I don't know, like I'll just be the third, like I have my own car, but I'm like, I guess I'll come with you. And then I just feel like a kid. Like it's just how I'm featuring it. But not enough, not as many single female friends as I'd like. Just to go out with and, shoot the shit and stuff.
Because they've all paired off.
Yeah, and moved. And most of them were overseas and stuff. But a huge goal that I've had, I'm like, also really want to do is just drive around France and go to all the chateaus.
What's the connection with France?
Oh, I don't know. I went to live in London like everyone else. And then I met a friend of a friend, an Australian who also is from Melbourne, who I met through someone else. And we were all touring with an Argentinian tango dance troupe called, what was it, Tango Fire. And then we went to Athens with them and we went somewhere else.
Were you dancing as well?
I wish. No, they're actually professional Argentinian dancers.
Okay.
But they were going through this company and then we did that and then I just ended up in France. And I've got the Maltese passport so I didn't need to stay and I stayed for, almost 4 years. So no real connection except I just loved it. Yeah, and just... I should have spent more time outside of Paris. But, just how good's Europe?
It's fucking amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and we've got a house in Malta too. But Malta's beautiful, but it's boring. Like, I couldn't live there.
Malta reminded me of a Greek island. It was insane.
Yeah,
it was party town. We flew in to do a gig. And we gigged for 2 nights. And then we partied at the island and... I remember the island was just like a cliff face. Was it Veneta or
Valletta?
Valletta, the capital.
Yeah.
We were in Valletta doing 2 shows, and then that night we partied in Valletta, and I was like, wow, this place is so amazing. It's a gorgeous Greek island, but it's fucking Mediterranean, you dickhead. Yeah,
and everyone's just old, and everyone's in each other's business. There's only 500,000 of Maltese people in Malta. I did crunch the numbers the other day. 700,000 of us throughout the world.
Yeah.
And about 170,000 in Australia. So I just I'm exotic. Give me more gigs as well. Going with that.
I wonder sometimes if Malta was the Darwin of antiquity because it was like a lot of Spanish and Greeks, Italians would fuck off who were being chased or pursued would flee to Malta to start a new life. Because Malta was like this island where no one really knew where it was, but someone could get you passage there.
Yeah, and I think a lot of English people live there, a lot of people from the UK.
Well, yeah,
because the tax.
Yeah. Is it still a colony? No, it's not a colony. It's independent, but it's affiliated closely with England and St. George.
Yeah.
Like, there's this big...
I love the saints, love the church.
Oh, I love it.
Love the festa.
Yeah.
Which is good. But, yeah.
So what was your connection to France? You just France, fucking Paris? Because then you could speak the language, right?
No, I went there. And like I said, I didn't mean to go there. I just met people.
But you wanted to stay there and go back. And
yeah, because it was like London or Paris. And I'm like, well, London was just, especially where I was staying, it was just other Aussies and Kiwis. I'm like, this sucks. And so then I thought, should I just stay here in the dark, gloomy pubs or should I go to... Paris where there's terraces and another language and a culture, so I decided to go to Paris instead. And just loved it. Just like it was a tour, it was like that life was fucking bananas. Like I was a tour guide. I was one of those walking tour guides, like 2.5 hours, only work for tips. Then we'd all meet up afterwards and we'd just sit by the Seine and we'd just count our pennies and throw them into the Seine, which you shouldn't do. And then just went and got a baguette, just fucking around.
Is that where you developed a knack for thinking on your feet, talking to crowds, developing material? Because I'm assuming the funnier you got, the more likable you were, and the more likable, the more tips, So that's how you really
Absolutely.
build
It
your
was
craft.
like, the 10,000 hours.
Yes.
It was definitely that. And I had so many people, like, whenever I doubt myself, like, I remember my therapist asked me once, she goes, well, how do you know you're funny? I'm like, oh, everyone tells me. Like, even though I'm funny, I said this the other day, I'm like, I'm funny in a jeans vest, Like, I can't just go and buy jeans. I have to make the person laugh, or I have to do a bit and have to, like,
Absolutely,
yeah. You got it. And then I'm like, nah, I gotcha. But yeah, so many people on that tour, they're just like, you've really got something here. And then I loved it. And then when I moved back,
Did you have to know the history beforehand, or were you making it up on the fly? Like, hey,
No.
this is the Eiffel Tower, blah, blah, blah.
No, they you had like a little script to follow. Then you do your own research because it's fascinating. It's so fascinating, and amazing.
Oh, it would be. It's gorgeous.
But then so people would have it down packed, and they'd do their act, right? They would do their tour. But like I do with my stand up, I would change it every day.
Awesome.
I'd have to, or else that's like my stand up.
You go bananas.
I go bananas, and so I'm excited.
So give me a rendition of the Eiffel Tower. Like that's the Eiffel Tower right there.
This is almost like 13 years ago now or something.
So what would you say? Like
2012.
It was
built.
It
was an anecdote about like someone married to the Eiffel Tower, Gustave Eiffel, and then you tell this heartwarming story about during the Nazi occupation in the 1940s, there was a guy called Dietrich von Scholzitz. He was a German soldier, and he saved the city because he said it was too beautiful for it because the Nazis had the bombs on the Petit Palais just behind you, and here's the Grand Palais, and they had bombs in there. They had bombs up the Eiffel Tower, and they were going to blow the city up. They were going to destroy the city of Paris.
Is that true?
I don't fucking know. I was telling it.
Fuck yeah.
But he just couldn't, and at the last minute he called in and he stopped it.
Wow.
And he single-handed, like, I don't know. It's a good story.
Oh, I love it.
Who gives a shit? It's tips.
Yeah, you're building up this. Yeah, you're giving it this romance.
And then you just because it's all people pleasing. You just want to give them a good time.
Shit, yeah.
And that's what I took through for like. I'm excited about this coming up, my festival show, because I've sort of I think I'm a slow learner. I just got it now. Like I need to give myself more time. Like to be myself. Like I was too scripted last time, and then I couldn't move. And I couldn't, because then I get really anxious about, oh no, this is a 50-minute show that I've scripted. I can't stray. So now I'm just going to do.
That's not conducive to your style.
No, but that's what I meant by I can write a certain way and perform a certain way, but then I wrote a show and I couldn't move.
Yeah, I think you need to have a beginning, an end, a middle, a couple of reference points along the way, and then just go for it.
Exactly. It's taken me 5 years to realize that, but I think that's good. Like you're not meant to get it straight away.
It's a manic. It looks. I'm sure it's all sculpted and crafted and well thought out, but it's just you sell it as manic. It's manic. It's like, what's this bitch gonna say next? I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's good. So
and I don't know. I say that I'm like, what's this bitch gonna say next?
Yeah, and that works for you. Especially when you build them up, because you get their energy up, and if you can get that energy up and carry it, then each laugh builds up like a domino effect and goes to the next laugh, and then that leads to applause breaks, and then you get... Have you noticed that when they're really laughing at you, you just create these tags? You start opening doors into other places,
absolutely.
And you're like, I never would have thought of that at home on my whiteboard, but...
Yep.
Here I am on stage and I'm crushing this bit, and all of a sudden the words just came out of a tagline, and then months later that tag is now stronger than the fucking original joke. And you're like, wow, I love how
Absolutely. And I record stuff, but I don't always listen back. I'm that person. And then when I force myself to listen back, because sometimes it's not always easy, I'm like, that's why I think video filming is a bit easier, because it's somehow, I don't know, easier to watch maybe. I'm like, what the hell was that? That was hilarious. I don't remember saying that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you
because you're in the zone. You're away.
Yeah.
You're in that special place.
I'm more about the feeling and the vibe rather than like this joke kills. Because I don't think my jokes kill. I just think I'm so interesting. They're like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I think I create that sort of vibe, and I like to, like, make people feel good. Like I'm not someone who makes people feel tense or something, and then just being silly, and then saying something serious, and then like really taking them on a ride. But it's fun, and just getting the certain people that come up to you and just say the nicest thing. I'm like, thank you, and then trying to harness that, because then it goes away. It's like, remember those people said you were the funniest person ever? Remember that when they said they loved you and they see heaps of comedy? And I'm like, no, got to keep going.
The worst feeling in stand up for me is not when I die, but when they genuinely just don't like me. When you're unlikable, they're like, "Ugh, just get off." I hate that feeling. And there's a comic, I forget his name, but he would try and familiarize himself with that feeling of intense hatred from a bad gig. So he'd stand at the door and shake people's hand as they left and make eye contact and say, "Thank you, thanks for coming, good on."
That's aggressive, though.
Yeah, it was someone
That's a real
famous. What was his name? He died recently. Norm.
Norm Macdonald?
Yes.
What?
Norm. Norm.
Oh, well, then for him it's not aggressive. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
God,
But he said
is
it.
an interesting dude.
He said he'd do that just to familiarize himself with dying. And when he crushed, he would leave out the back door because he felt like it was too much stroking his ego to stick around.
Yeah, he was a strange dude. Like, amazing. But yeah, also huge gambling problem. He like lost his fortune like 5 times, or his house or some shit. Like,
Really?
yeah, he's got a really good. I think it was Marin or Conan. I think probably Marin.
Do you think because we're stand-ups, we sort of get a buzz? We get our fix from stand-up and we don't need to do other things like gamble and do a whole lot of drugs or skydive or bungee jump or seek adrenaline in that sort of way? I mean, stand-up is like, it really taxes me afterwards. I feel anxiety beforehand and then after.
Even now, after like
Yeah,
so
20
many
years.
years. Yeah.
Afterwards, I feel this enormous relief, like I've jumped out of a plane and the chute's opened, I've pulled it off,
Yeah.
they've laughed, it's a great feeling. Then I just sleep like a baby because all this adrenaline. And people at my work are organising skydiving and go-karting and like Dream World to go on rides to feel a buzz. And I'm like, I kind of ask him, what did you do last night? Well, nothing, just went home, watched Married at First Sight and had a couple of beers and went to bed. And I'm like, that's why you need to sit on a fucking roller coaster and get your ass dragged through at 100 k's an hour so you could feel some sort of fucking rush.
No, absolutely.
Whereas we get a rush every night. We're like, oh, fuck, I got to take a shit before a gig and they're not going to like this bit. And, oh, man, my guts, they're killing me.
I don't get. I'm a bit better than I used to be with. I'm obviously not opposed to it. I mean, I'm not immune to it, but like, yeah, I'm a bit better that I'm more confident. But yeah, sometimes I'll get a lot. But yeah, I definitely used to party heaps, but sort of just grew out of it. But I think maybe because of the crowds I used to hang out with, though, and used to smoke a lot as well. Love smoking. If you're smoking, well done, keep doing it. But now I'm going to try and be healthy or whatever. But remember, like the gigs used to be about the hang, so it was really a community. Some people were only about the hang, which wasn't good. But it was like you do one gig, maybe 2 gigs, but then you just go to a place and you just sit down with your mates and talk about it, have a drink, have a smoke, whatever. Maybe someone's probably got a bag, whatever. And now that doesn't. Do you think that happens a lot less? I feel it does because everyone's trying to be famous. Everyone's running around doing 7 gigs.
Yes, there was a culture in well, because you know how I did stand up in London for 10 years.
I did not.
Yeah, so I did stand up in London for 10 years, and there was a older pool of comics that were doing the Comedy Store, and they would tell me in the early 2000s there was they called it a Bolivian snowstorm that swept across the circuit of London and the UK, and it was fucking rock and roll. Comedians,
so cheap.
Comedians were the new rock and roll stars.
Yes.
And they were just and that era of comics now looks down on the other comics, and they're like, now they're showing up to green rooms with notes and water bottles.
Yes.
And yeah, the party's gone. It's a technique that is there's a lot of Seinfeld-esque approach to comics out on the circuit going
business.
Technical. Yeah, I need to get this bit right.
Yeah, but not even that, but it's almost just like they're not. Some people, it's funny because they're usually successful ones. I feel like a lot of them don't actually like comedy. They know that now you can make money and you can get a radio job or whatever the fuck. And so they're just like, I'm using this as a means to an end. Where I'm like, I just love doing the work. Or they get frustrated because they really want to get famous and money and stuff. Or like empowered, and they do. So good on them. I've got no criticism for that. But it's interesting to observe when comedians used to just be dorks and like clowns and silly idiots, and now they're the rock starry thing. And like the whole like fuck you everyone, this is my jokes. I'm like, all right.
So to go back to my question, do you think is that enough of a buzz for you now? Like when you do a gig, are you like, that's enough adrenaline exiting my system? I don't need to do anything else to get a rush. Like,
yeah, but now I don't. Yeah, and I don't drink. I'd rarely drink before a gig because I don't like how it would make me feel. I wasn't sharp enough.
Yes.
And I was just I was loose, but in a bad way. Like I just didn't give a fuck, rather than like try and like do a good work. But I'd usually have a drink afterwards. But even now, I'm like, I don't really feel like drinking. But that also comes from like, is alcohol? It's inflammatory and fucking hell, like all my health stuff. But yeah, I don't feel the need to, like I like exercising, but that's not really adrenaline. But that's still good. It's endorphins.
Endorphins, yeah.
Yeah, nah. But how many people come up to you and like, oh, you're so amazing and so brave. Like just the fact you got up there on stage.
Yeah, people say that.
They're just like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what about everything I said, though? They don't even care. They're just like, holy shit.
How'd you do that?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do that? Yeah, some people, because, they just can't ever imagine themselves talking like that.
Yeah,
but
it's the projecting.
What they don't realize is if I have to give a talk at my day job.
What is your day job?
I work part-time pouring beers at a pokies joint.
I used to have my gaming license.
Yeah. Yeah, so I work there part-time. If I had to give a speech about work, I would get nervous.
Yeah.
Or if I had to give a talk as a best man for a wedding, I get nervous as fuck because I'm not, like, it's me. I don't know, I just feel like, oh shit, I've got to sort of, this is the stagecraft and I can do it, but talking as myself or talking about my work, it's a lot more difficult.
I think it's completely different as well. I can happily be on stage and talk to a crowd, but then if I'm off stage and it's just a few people, that's when it makes me really nervous. I don't like that. I don't like the attention. Like the idea of I wrote one of my notes that I looked back on my phone, like another scribble, and it just kept going. It just said, "I'm terrified of my wedding. I'm single. I'm not getting married, maybe ever." It doesn't really bother me either, but I don't want to. Because I don't want the attention. But when I'm on stage, I want the attention. It's like when people go, oh, you're on stage, you're so brave. I'm like, no, that's the only thing that makes sense to me is being on stage.
It's strange, isn't it?
It's the only thing that makes sense. But I don't want to say it's the only place I'm happy, but it's, I love it.
For me, it's the only true place where I'm in the present. Absolutely. Yeah. I remember when my dad had a stroke, I found out 10 minutes before I jumped on stage, and I was able to be in the present at the gig and dismiss it, which was an amazing achievement.
You didn't talk about it, or you did?
I didn't. I just did my set because I was in Austria backstage and I found out.
Holy shit.
And, it was a nice moment in terms of that my agent said to me, you realize you're a professional because you can, that's what a pro is. Like I didn't crush, but I did my job.
You do, no, but it's almost like because you would have had a really tight set anyway. Like it wasn't an open mic.
So you just get it out. Yeah.
I can do that, but then sometimes, which is obviously that is a good skill. But I remember when when you're bored of a bit and you're actually on autopilot, and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling the connection to this.
Yeah.
I don't get how people can do the same show over and over and over and over in the same set for years.
You strike me as someone who really you can't because you rely on your energy as a driving force.
I get bored so easily.
And when you get bored, you haven't got that energy.
I just want to connect.
The bit's gone.
Yeah, I want to connect. And I have so many fucking feelings. And I want to connect with it. It has the truth. You have to play the truth of the scene.
Play the
truth, baby. But I hate that I said that. Things come out of you. I'm like, oh, that's not mine. That's like some open micers bit. What is that? Not that I'm not some open mic.
That's all right. Anyway, sometimes they say when you're ready, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready, locked and loaded. I'm like, I don't say that. Yeah. I don't like guns. Why did I say locked and loaded?
Oh, no. It's my dick. Oh, no. I've said it wrong. No, I've absolutely lost my place here. What have I said? Be present.
Yeah, be present, and then your energy goes if you're not invested in a bit anymore because you're bored of it.
Because that's what my comedy, Melbourne International Comedy Festival shows used to be. It was always what I was thinking and feeling and going through that year.
Yeah.
I'd write about it, move on. So it's like it's a bit of a cathartic sort of thing.
Sure.
That's what I like. But also, I have no problem with people just, doing jokes about whatever. There's nothing you can and can't. But that's just what I like, and people were connecting with what I was saying, which I like. And that's a comedy I like as well.
What about Seinfeld's approach where he says you should have a pool of jokes, a bank that you've been doing for 10, 20 years, collecting them that you constantly do every now and then because you can bring that into big gigs or corporate gigs and just go bang?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Seinfeld's definitely not my favourite comedian.
No,
like, totally respect him
either.
and love him, but he's he's too clinical for me.
I like his offstage philosophy.
Me too.
On stage,
Absolutely.
I don't really like it. On stage, I'm more Chappelle, Silverman, just loose, like...
Yeah. Or Garofalo.
Yeah.
I went back and listened to her, and that makes me feel good, because I used to think, I need to be more polished. I'm like, I'm not a polished person. Like, I don't know anyone's listening to this. They're just like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
But that's just, you have to, embracing the dysfunctions rather than trying to
That's
be
a
someone
massive difference that made my stand-up grow when I realized, I'm going to sound stupid sometimes, but it's who I am. It's just part of the process of me spitting stuff out. I'm not so clinical as Seinfeld in my execution of every word here and there. So you got to loosen the reins a bit on stage.
No, exactly. And, sometimes it's almost just like if this is a craft, stand-up, that you can absolutely learn. A lot of, that's what I was saying before, people are like, I'm not really funny, but they just learn the craft, and they're pausing at the right place, and they're saying things that are amusing, and the audience is like, oh, we know by that we have to laugh now, and they're just doing it. They're like, it's they're doing the thing, and it's working, but there's no soul to it for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're doing it. And people, they have a following, so you can't say they're not funny. It's like, well, people are laughing at them. You just don't find them funny, and that's okay.
Totally.
Because they're not stealing your fucking audience.
Yeah, that's right. I've got to wrap this up.
Yeah, fuck, how long's it been? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry. Plug your show.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing a show called Red Hot. It's at Trades Hall, the 11th to the 24th of April. No Wednesdays. And it's at 9:15, which is a good time for me, I think.
Okay.
Late and loose, but not too loose so you get drunk people coming into the audience. You're like, oh, fuck. But I'm excited about it. It's going to be me being me.